look, I was on some prodigy shit. Look, the rhyme that you didn't hear on Be Healthy, I ain't gonna take too long. He said, this is the rhyme. He came through and spit a rhyme on Be Healthy, but we didn't put it out. And I know it might sound funny in the beginning, but check it out. This is prodigy. I'm channeling. You ready? He said, I smash bitches faster than them R&B niggas. Listen, this is my thing. It's P, my mind can leap left, right buildings. Able to go the distance with malevolence. I'm thousands of years old, beyond your conceptions of reality. It's for the babies to rock, and maybe we can make some change, but why not? We're filling ourselves with some filthy chemicals, some that the mind don't need. It's like the O2 we all need to breathe to live. We can't see it, but still it exists. Why is this? Listen up, I'm about to take you on a dope journey. You might not listen or you might not learn me. Don't waste your time thinking about the new world order. Let's get yourself prepared with your sons and your daughters. For drinking that water and eating that food. It's filled up with all kind of foul chemicals and metals. Chemicals inside your brain. You be walking transistors, attracting ill radio waves. That was P. All be healthy.
Throw back.
All be healthy.
Throw back.
So if you want to listen to Be Healthy again and imagine that, then go do it. Then go do that.
Yo.
You remember that shit? You remember that shit?
That's a dope.
Let me introduce my homie right here, Nimrod. He part of Let's Get Free.
For sure.
Let's Get Free.
From the beginning.
His voice on the album. You got the skit?
I mean, for me, it started with a kind of slow awakening, you know, culturally. But then I think, you know, I ran full-fledged into the African liberation movement when I was in Florida and encountered the Uhuru movement, which means freedom in Swahili. And this organization was based in Florida, and got to me the brunt of my political education, of the worldview of Ishitelaism, which was formed by Chairman Omali Ishitela, who was the leader of the African People's Socialist Party and the Uhuru movement, was based in Florida. And I became immediately affected by his work and his efforts, his campaign, and his politics. And it was from there that I began to study other revolutionaries like Fred Hampton Sr. and was aware of Fred Hampton Jr. and Huey P. Newton and Willie Mukasa Ricks and the rest of the people who were pretty much the legacy of our movement, some recently passed and some still alive. And so that is inside that struggle, inside the nuts and bolts, the details of how to make a revolution, from drawing up on a leaflet to hitting the community to making a rally to tying a rag around your face and trying to take out a police substation. All of that stuff is inside Let's Get Free and inside the experiences that produced that album.
So big homie, man, many years ago, man, we set out on a mission. We was in Florida. We was like, we're gonna go to Brooklyn and we're gonna make this happen. And we hit New York in 94? 95.
Around the same time Wu-Tang was dropping.
And we hit New York.
Little Biggie Smalls, okay, pardon me. Go ahead.
That's all good. We went to New York with about 9 homeboys and about $600.
Right. If that. Maybe less.
Then the worst blizzard in New York history up to that point.
In 96.
Shitted on us.
Right. We coming from Florida.
Right. We was homeless in the streets. You know what I mean? On our mission to make our dream come true. Let my homie.
You know, I would say in Let's Get Free, you know, we started out making a demo of, let's say, 20 songs, songs like Food, Clothes, and Shelter, and Paranoid, and songs like Untouchable Mentality, and songs like Put a Slug in the Midnight Air, and songs like this was at a point when the group was called The Masses Want War.
Okay.
And then so we made that demo, which then we took to Brooklyn from Florida, and inside that, Stic was the producer in the group. when we met Lord Jamar, he was the producer or a producer for Brand Nubian, and we learned from his expertise and his experience producing, and we took all of our demo and we wanted to remake the demo in a new style, and mainly because we worked from an ASR-10 that was produced by, that was a piece of equipment made by a company called Insonic, and it was also something that was favored by people like RZA, but the music industry at that time was more favorable toward the sound that came from the MPC 3000 or the MPC 2000. And we wanted to change the swing on the drums and the sounds on the drums to like more MPC sounding drums. And so we used Lord Jamar's expertise on the MPC to change drums and change styles of songs we created on that first demo.
Y'all don't believe that shit. I can't believe that. 17 pimping, still pimping the system. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. I just feel like I'm shit 19 years old right now anyway.
When you were making the album, were there any tracks that stood out to you for any specific reason?
It's the lyrics on "You'll Find a Way," which is the instrumental part, instrumental song on the album that we took off of the song that I sing when I hear the song, but nobody because we made it an instrumental song, nobody knows that there were lyrics. But when I hear it, I sing that song. You know, if you imagine, each song represents a part of my life. So, I mean, it's the people who helped us make the album that, you know, it's the crew, it's the people's army. You know, it's Nimrod and Didon and Divine. It's Becca from Becca's Smoking Candy Store, who sang on Mind, Sex, and Propaganda and helped us to understand music in a way that we've never understood it before. It's Abiodun Oyewole, who laid down the Black Rose poem on the Mind, Sex. It is Stick coming up with the track for Animal and Man, which ultimately we had to take out the main sample because it couldn't be cleared. The original drums on Happiness that didn't make the album, that I loved and I heard for years and years, and now still sound awkward to me when I hear it played back, because all I heard for years before that was the original drums that I still loved. I remember making this bigger than hip hop. The last track on the album, you know, we were finished with the album, and the record label told us that we didn't have any commercial singles. We didn't have any commercial songs, and we were like, oh wow, you know, we made this piece of this body of art, and you want to pick it apart and put one song forward and make it be that, when in reality our whole album is what we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And then we went into the closet and was like, oh, they want to hear some shit like this. And then we made that song by accident, by complete accident. And it was the last song on the album. And I made the hookup, you know, in jest, like by making fun of their hooks, like, oh, they want to hear it bigger than head. And I said that, and all of a sudden we played it back, and it was the biggest song that we had done.
There it is. MikeFlowMusic.com. Make some noise for DJ